I wondered if there might be a connection between the two companies, and I was amazed when I did actually find one. Hello and welcome to My Tiny Bottles, the project where I'm exploring my grandmother's legacy of miniature liquor bottles, one tiny bottle at a time. I'm your host, Tammy Coxon. Bottle number 63 is Jonkanoo, a coconut rum liqueur from Rieder Distillery in Grimsby, Ontario, Canada. I've already told the story of Rieder Distilling in a joint episode about two of their other products, bottles 22 and 23. Based on trademark filings, Rieder first started selling Jonkanoo in 1978. They abandoned the trademark for it by 1983, so it was a short-lived entry into the coconut liqueur category. I'm assuming the name was taken from Jonkanoo, which is a traditional festival of music, dance, and masquerade held in parts of the Caribbean. It's misspelled with an O instead of a U, but the blame for that may land on a Canadian newspaper article from 1975 using that spelling to describe an initiative from the Jamaican Tourist Board. I unboxed this bottle in reveal number 12, along with another coconut rum liqueur, bottle 62, Roncoco from Ron Matusalem. If you haven't watched that one, you should go do that, because it turned out there was a weird sort of connection between these two products. I started looking for a connection because Canada had come up in the court cases I researched for the Roncoco bottle. The court cases are basically all about who had the right to use various trademarks. Different branches of the family controlling different companies all had various rights to various Matusalem trademarks in various places. When one of those family branches incorporated in Canada as Ron Matusalem Limited in 1981 in order to make and sell a rum liqueur, other parts of the family went to court to stop them. And that liqueur was none other than Roncoco. In fact, in 1983, the Canadian company changed their name to Roncoco Canada to help resolve the issue. Now, my bottle of Roncoco is American and from 1989 to 1995. But since I also had this Canadian coconut rum liqueur from Rieder, I wondered if there might be a connection between the two companies, and I was amazed when I did actually find one. In 1989, Rieder Distilling began blending, bottling, and selling Ron Matusalem rum under license, presumably from Roncoco Canada Limited. Now, by this point, Jonkanoo had been gone since 1983. But 1983 was also the year that Roncoco Canada was renamed. I have absolutely no idea if those things had anything to do with each other, or if this is just all some giant coincidence and the relationship between Rieder and Ron Matusalem didn't exist at all until 1989. Leaving court cases behind, I want to take a minute to talk about the fact that there were not one, but two bottles of coconut rum liqueur in Reveal 12, and that neither one of them is Malibu. While Malibu is the king of coconut rum liqueur today, both of these products actually predate its creation. Roncoco in 1975, Jonkanoo in 1978. Malibu wouldn't be created until 1979. So what is up with all these coconut rum liqueurs in the 1970s? Two words: Pina Colada. Depending on who you believe, the Pina Colada was invented in Puerto Rico either in 1953 by Ramon Monchito Marrero at the Caribe Hilton, or in 1963 by Don Ramon Portos Mingo at La Barraquina. Regardless of who created it, by the middle of the 1970s, the Pina Colada was a top 10 drink, according to a 1980 article in the Washington Post documenting the invention debate and the history of the drink. And while both of the claimed original recipes call for using Coco Lopez cream of coconut, that was a sticky and perishable product that came in a can. Wouldn't it just be easier to put the coconut right in the rum and mix it with some pineapple juice? That's certainly what Rieder Distilling thought, as all the ads for Jonkanoo promised it would make a perfect pina colada. My bottle of Jonkanoo is made of glass and has a pretty good fill level, so maybe I will have enough left after sampling it by itself that I can mix up a teeny pina colada to try. And of course, I'll have to compare it to Roncoco. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the eventual grand battle of the coconut liqueurs. You can also visit mytinybottles.com and subscribe to my weekly email newsletter so all these bottles will land right in your inbox. Do you have a favorite coconut liqueur? Leave a comment below or at mytinybottles on social media. Tell me all about it. Cheers!